Hey, 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 I'm feeling great. One time, yes, I'm feeling great. Hello, mighty, mighty, mighty eagles. Yes, it is me, Miss Jessie, and I'm here to talk to you about something kind of quirky, kind of new. You might have seen it if you were here last year, but if you're new, you have no idea. And that is, well, let me show you. Come join me. And we're going to talk for just a little bit about something very important that we have to do. So, today is going to seem like I'm giving you this big, boring presentation, but it's not at all. I am actually going to talk to you about da 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 CAT4. Understanding CAT4 with me, Miss Jessie. But actually, that's a very boring title. So how about instead we call it Understanding Your Superpowers? Yes. What could that be about? So that's what we're here today about. So hello to you. Hello, 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 hello. And if you don't know me, which you should, I am Miss Jessie, and I'm just going to take you on a quick tour around CAT4 and why we have to take this crazy, crazy test. But why do we take tests at all? I know. It's like every week you're taking a test, and oh my gosh, you're always studying, you're always practicing, you're always taking tests. Why do we give you guys so many tests? Is it because we're evil? Is it because we're mean? Maybe we have nothing else to do. Maybe we want to make you struggle and work hard, or we like using a lot of pencils. It's not at all. We give tests so we can collect something called data. So if you have your vibrant vocabulary book, you'll know data is a bunch of figures and numbers and information that we take and we can look at and make important decisions. Sounds like a bunch of teacher talk, right? It is. But data lets you know what you're good at and what you're not so good at. And we use this data to see in the classroom what you have learned and what you might need to practice some more on, right? So that's the whole reason for test, is so we can practice and understand what we've learned so we can become a superhero. Now, I have to tell you this first. Before we take any test or do anything, understand in your heart, you were born to be amazing. You were born to be different. You were born to be special. You were born to be unique. You are powerful. You are enough. And you are not only a hero, you are a superhero. And nobody has to write stories, and you don't have to get stung by a spider to be super. You just have to know in your own capabilities what you can do, and you can be super at it. I know this. I know this, and I see it in you. So, however, we have a special tool here at our campus. See, we know how to find your superpower. And we find that superpower by using something called CAT4. Yes, it's a test. It's a test. But let's think about it. Every superhero has to go through a test to figure out and find out and realize they're a superhero. Yes? Come on. What did Spider-Man have to do? Remember, he got bit and he was feeling kind of woozy and crazy. And the next thing you know, he's flying through buildings and he's falling and he's bumping his head and he's doing all these things. So even though you have a superpower, you usually have to go through some type of test to figure out what you can do, what you really can't do, what you're good at, what you're better at. And then what is your kryptonite? Big word. But if you know Superman, you know what kryptonite is. So what we're doing with CAT4 is that we're going to figure out your superpower, just like anybody else has to do. I'm going to move my video over here so you can read this. What is CAT4? Now I can give you the teacher test talk. CAT4 is the measurement of cognitive abilities. Actually, it's just this weird, crazy, quirky test that asks you a bunch of different kind of questions. They have shapes, they have figures, they have words. It's random and it's crazy. And at times it doesn't even make sense. Sometimes there's a puzzle, it's a picture, and you just do it. And you try to do it your best. So this is what I will tell you. It's not a question and answer, like there's a right answer. I told you this is about superpowers. It doesn't make sense, right? All it is, it's the best answer for you. It's what makes sense to you. You just do it. See, that's the thing about heroes. They follow something called intuition. Big word, huh? Intuition. What does that word mean? Ask your teacher. Vibrant vocabulary. But if you follow intuition, that means you follow that gut feeling in yourself that kind of tells you this makes sense here. Your intuition kind of just gives you a guidance on which direction to go. I told you the definition. But your intuition is going to help you with CAT4 because you have to do what makes sense to you. Like I said, it's not a right answer. It's not 2 + 2 = 4. It's an answer that makes sense to you. So then how do you pass CAT4? You don't. Yes, it's not a test you get a 100 on. It's not a test for marks. It's a test for us to see your abilities. And sometimes some of your abilities have more numbers and sometimes they have less numbers. But all it is your different abilities. So just like a hero in the very beginning really doesn't know what's going on, you're going to stumble, you're going to make mistakes, and you're going to take the CAT4 test, not really know what's going to go on. Like I said, just do it. It's designed to help you figure out your superpower, right? So let's talk about these superpowers here. Got to move the video again, and here we go. There's 4 superpowers. Just like right here, if you know your comic book heroes, there's 4 comic book heroes. So your superpowers are spatial, nonverbal, verbal, and quantitative. So in this case, we have the Human Torch, spatial. We have the Rock, nonverbal. We have Invisible Force, verbal. And we have quantitative, who is Mr. Fantastic, fantastic figures. So you are going to actually score in all 4 of these areas. We get a number for each of these areas. And in one area, you'll be a lot less. And in one area, you'll be a lot more. So what we have to figure out is, which superpower is your superpower? Well, let's understand it first, right? So let's focus first on verbal, invisible force. Well, if you have the superpower, that means your highest number is in verbal. That means you love to talk, and you talk. And you like to have conversations. You like to debate. You want to ask questions. You want to find out the answers, and you like to learn by talking it out. You want to listen. You don't even mind writing out your work, because when you write, you're talking with your pen and your paper, right? Because they're talking. So you like to learn by reading, and you also can be a lot independent. That means You can do it on your own because if you read it, you will do it because you like the words. Words are like your force field. They make you stronger. The more someone lets you talk, the more you get to understand. And the more you get to understand, the stronger you get. So you rather learn things with conversations. You want to sit there and talk, 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 talk. That's what you want to do. Or our next superpower is bump, 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 nonverbal. Complete opposite, right? Rock solid. So that means that you don't want to talk. You rather do it. You want to do the work. You want to be in activities like doing models, drawing, the experiments. You just like working with your hands, and you just want to make sure that you can get into the learning and you can do it. So if people give you a lot of words, you can get confused. But instead of them giving you words, if they show you exactly how to do it, you can do it great. In fact, you might actually take over. So you rather have graphic organizers, hands-on learning, field trips, and just projects, because that's what you don't want to talk about it. You just want to do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Hey, you want to do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Hey, you want to do it. So who's next? Quantitative, Mr. Fantastic. Figures. Give me numbers, give me numbers, give me numbers. Actually, it's not just about math. You like things that make sense. You like questions that have a direct answer, just like a math problem. If you do this, 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 you're going to get this. That's what you like. In fact, when you're in English class and the teacher says something like, tell me what you feel about this. You're like, there's no feelings. There's an answer. Tell me the right answer, and I can get the right answer. So you prefer numbers and things that are step by step. You believe every single question out there has a correct answer. In fact, in class, you want to know the rules, meaning you want to know, if I do this, will this happen? And if I do this again, it should happen again. And if I do this again, it should happen again, again. You like using your notebook. You like taking notes. You like writing it down so you can remember. Don't have to talk about it. Tell me what I need to do, and I can do it. That's what you want. So that's quantitative, and that's fantastic figures, because you're not going to get out of stretch and sorts. You're going to do things that make sense to you. Step 1, step 2, step 3, done. That's you. So our last superpower is spatial, Mr. Human Torch. You are blazing, baby, with energy and ideas. You think in your head. You think in 3D, multi-dimensions. You can visualize your answer in your head. Your math teacher says, how do you do this? Show me your work. And you're like, answer. And they're like, put your work on the paper. And you're like, oh, miss, why? I got the right answer. And that's how you think. You just want to think about it in your head. You like solving the problem sometimes more than even the answer, because it's the act of solving it, like your mysteries. You want to go back and look at the clues. So your teacher's going to fuss at you, and you just want to find a quick solution, and you're happy that it's right. You don't like to write things down. You really don't want to take notes. You just want to turn around and listen, but you're digesting everything in your head, and you're going to think outside the box and use your creativity to solve the answers. You are just ablazing like a little fire, and then poof, all of these things to go. So that's your 4 superpowers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Lesson recap. Moving it down here. See me, pay attention, I'm here. So we have our verbal, we have our nonverbal, we have our Spatial, we have our quantitative. Tick tock and you don't stop. Tick tock and you don't quit. Yay! And all of these superpowers are important in their own way and right. So when we take the CAT4 test, we're just trying to figure out which one you're really good at and which one you might not be so good at. Why is that important? It actually is very, very important because it helps us know how you learn. It also lets us know, here's this word again, your kryptonite. Wonder what that word is. We know your strengths, like your power up. And we also know your kryptonite. So that's a little bit about what CAT4 does and just understanding the terms. So, which superpower, I hit the wrong button. Which superpower is the absolute best? Is there a number one? No. In fact, all of them are strong in their own right. And the key thing about the superpower is, especially like the Fantastic Four, if you really, really watch them, when they all work together, bam, we save the world. You've got to be a team. No one is greater than anyone else. Everybody plays a role. And in you, everybody plays a role. You are important at what you do. Cool. So we get to learn about our superpower. You have your 4. Now, when it comes to the numbers, I'm not going to talk long about this because this is the boring part, right? The higher up your number, the stronger is your strength. The lower your number, the more you need to practice your strength, right? That's it. So how do you get those numbers? Your parents get those numbers. Don't worry about that. What we want to make sure that we know is which one is your superpower. That's it. All we're trying to figure out is your superpower. So, dun, 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 dun. Is there a bad guy? Yes, there's always a villain. And who do you think the villain is? Well, you'll never guess. But the villain in this case, you might say, well, maybe it's my weakest one, and that's my villain. No, it's kryptonite, but it's not the villain. See, it's the thing that can make you weaker, but it's not the villain. See, the villain always looks for a way to make the hero weaker, right? So what's the villain? Not studying, not coming to school, not practicing, not doing your homework. We learn every day, every day, every day. And that's how we defeat the bad guys here, the bad guys there, the bad guys everywhere. So we'll talk about bad guys and villains another day. Today's just a day for us to do what? Get ready to rumble! Because some of us are getting ready for our CAT4 exam. Yes, you got it. You're the best. You got a test. Hey, get your rest. Oh, CAT4 in the house. CAT4 in the house. And you got it, got it, got it, got it. Good, 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 good. Time to get ready. We're going to find your superpower. And we're going to do that by doing what? Taking the CAT4 exam. I've told you this. You know this. You know all of this. So, you have homework? Yeah, nay. All you have to do is take the test. Like I said, you can't study for it. You can't do anything but just take it. Once you get your scores, we, the teachers, are going to put you in your superpower team. We're going to give you a little piece of paper that looks like this, so you know the best way you learn. That way the teachers know the best way you learn. And then if you want to understand your numbers, your parents are going to email us at studentinfo, and we will send that information to them and you so you can understand how to use your numbers a little bit more and some of the stuff about your projection. All you have to know is it's our job to make sure that you practice your skills. It's our job to make sure that you use your biggest and best superpower, but it's also our job to help you learn how to manage your kryptonite. That word again, kryptonite. Do you think you know what the word is? Let me tell you, at the beginning of this video, you knew nothing. Now, by the end of this video, you know a little something. That's what I'm doing. I'm making you practice your kryptonite. I gave you a word you didn't know, but you start listening and hearing it more. And all of a sudden, you feel like a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more confident. And that's what we do when we turn around and give you courses or work in your lowest area. We're making you a little bit more comfortable. We're making you a little bit more confident. We know what we're doing. We got your back. So that's a little bit here and there about CAT4. All you got to know is that you got this. Whether it's in books, math, graduating, travel the world, social studies, science, at the campus, thinking on the bus, wherever you go, whatever you do, know that you got this and you have a superpower to get you through. Hey, wherever you go, whatever you do, you got a superpower to get you through. Hey, wherever you go and whatever you do, you got a superpower to get you through. Yes, you do. All right, you guys have been great. I wish you the best with your test. If you've already taken the test, at least now you understand what it's all about. And I will see you later. Bye. Deuces, peace, holla, sayonara, adios, hakuna matata. Anything else? It's been Miss Jessie.